I think balance-wise we still didn't find the optimum setup. So yeah, especially short run seems like we're still lacking a bit. Long run didn't seem too bad, but even there I think we can do better.
How hard is it to dial out the understeer? We heard you complaining about it quite a lot.
Yeah, understeer, oversteer, traction issues. So there are a few things to look at.
The big three, just tick them all.
Yeah.
All those boxes. How hard is it to find a gap out there as well when all the cars are out?
Yeah, it's not the most exciting to drive, to be honest. Also, because of the small track, the radio is constantly open. It's like, be careful here, traffic there. It's not really what you want. And also, especially in the second sector, it's quite blind. There are a lot of corners, so it's quite dangerous around there. To slow down, but we have to cool down the tires to be able to do another lap. So yeah, it's not the nicest, not the easiest to guide, but it is what it is.
Track limits at turn 8, were they an issue for you?
There's a few laps, but when you go off, so it's not a big deal.
Obviously, we talked about trying to find a space. In terms of the race itself, will it be easy to follow, easy to pass, or not?
I try to follow. I mean, some slower cars, of course, are easier to pass, but when you start to follow cars which are within 0.3 of your pace, it's again very tricky to get by. So I don't think it's particularly great to follow.
Yesterday, you said you weren't expecting to be competitive. You have proved to be competitive today. With that in mind, are you more optimistic now than you were yesterday?
I mean, okay, Valtteri's lap got cancelled, but we're 3.5 tenths off, so it's quite a bit. And we still need to find more, especially working towards quali. And then again in the race, I think we also need to improve a bit more to be competitive.
It's okay up there. Yeah, it's an okay track. It has its own uniqueness. Obviously, it's so short that it's really vital to get the setup perfect. Actually, FP1 was better than FP2 for us, so we'll have a think about it, see what we did right and wrong, and come back tomorrow.
Interesting. Both you and Max complaining of understeer in the car. Was that the only issue today?
Yeah, honestly, it actually felt like we had more grip in FP1 than we did in FP2. So a bit of rear grip, a bit of front grip, but mainly front grip that we're lacking in that FP2 session. So we'll have a look. Race pace actually looks pretty good, so that's positive.
The second sector is short,
yes,
but looks deceptively tricky.
Yeah, and obviously there's this kind of track limits thing going on, and obviously, well, because it's so short, you've got to get it perfect. But it's quite fun. It's quite challenging actually. I enjoy it. Just need to be quicker through there.
Finding a gap. 20 cars. A 53, 54 second lap. It's not going to be easy in Q1, is it?
It's not, and honestly, today we kind of, because we went out after everyone else did their runs, so it was quite easy. But that's not going to be the case in Q1. And with these tyres as well, you have to go so slowly to cool the tyres down. It becomes really dangerous. And the closing speeds in Sector 2 are pretty huge, so we'll have to keep on our toes, and our engineers are going to be very busy.
Do you think you'll have to have an agreement maybe in the driver's briefing tonight to only slow in Sector 3 rather than 2?
Yeah, it will come up for sure. I'm sure there are a few moments there today. The thing is obviously we have respect for each other, but we also are selfish and we want to have the tyres in the best window we can, so we'll see how it goes. And it's tricky, honestly.